I don't know how far to go with this one, but I guess you can edit it out later. But in India, they have what they call HeShes. And HeShes, I mean, the name kind of gives a hint to it, but they're how to say this in a politically correct way. They're transgender beggars, so to speak. They're out in the streets. They're usually men that dress up as women, and they go from vehicle to vehicle begging for money. And as Indian lore or superstition has it, they were cursed or they were born that way. They're in an unfortunate circumstance, so giving them money gives you good luck or good karma. And so it's a good thing to give them money to help them out, which is true of all beggars, basically. I mean, helping them out is always a good thing. But so these HeShes, basically the opposite end of that superstition is that if you don't give them money, they can curse you. And their curses take a lot of different forms. But there was one time there were 4 of us elders riding in the back of an auto. And they're open air autos, like the doors, there aren't doors on them, and you just kind of slide into the bench and you all sit down. So we're at a stoplight and we're sitting there waiting to go through, and we see a HeShe coming through the cars, and they're easy to pick out because they'll walk around clapping like this, which becomes really creepy after you've seen it a few times. But they'll walk around like that, and so you see them coming. And I remember one of the Indian elders saying, just pretend you're asleep. Like, just pretend you're asleep, they'll leave you alone. And so it was one Indian elder and 3 Americans all sitting in this auto. And so all of us kind of lay back and pretend we're asleep. All of us at the exact same time. And she makes a beeline for us, or she makes a beeline for us, coming right at us. And gets to the opening of the auto, and she's clapping, looking right at us and just waiting for us. And we're all like kind of squinting through our eyes, like no one wants to be the first one to make a move. No one wants to be the one that gets, I don't know, gets singled out by this HeShe. And it sits there for a second just kind of looking at us, and then it kind of starts to lean into the auto, and all of us tense up and lean back except for one elder, and he was going for an Oscar. He wanted to get the Academy Award. He was full on acting that he was out. Eyes closed, no flinching, no nothing. And this HeShe leans right in and just plants one right on his mouth. And oh man, I thought the auto was going to tip over. We were laughing so hard. I mean, you can't imagine how funny that was. That this HeShe just kissed this elder right on the mouth. Oh man, I mean, we all felt bad for him, but that didn't stop us from telling everyone that we could about this story. Oh, that was funny. That was an unfortunate occasion for that elder, probably against mission rules, but oh man, that was hopefully a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'll say that much. But it was worth it once, since it wasn't me. Yeah, you have to be careful with HeShes. You have to be very diplomatic in dealing with them, especially as missionaries. But yeah, pretending to be asleep is not the right route. I will tell you that right now. Don't pretend to be asleep. Just take it head on and deal with it like a man, and it'll turn out better than that, I can promise.